Have you ever wondered about the origins of the world's most famous beverage rivalry, Coca-Cola versus Pepsi? Our tale begins in the late 19th century, when the world got its first taste of what would become an iconic beverage. In the year 1886, a pharmacist by the name of John Pemberton concocted a sweet, caramel-coloured elixir intended as a medicinal tonic. The drink, which he named Coca-Cola, quickly gained popularity, not just as a health booster, but as a refreshing beverage. Pemberton's creation was a blend of coca leaves and cola nuts, hence the name Coca-Cola, and it was sold at local soda fountains in Atlanta, Georgia. Not too far away in time or distance, another pharmacist was brewing his own beverage. It was the year 1893, and Bradham from New Bern, North Carolina, was experimenting with a mixture of carbonated water, cola nut extract, vanilla and rare oils, aiming to create a drink that could aid digestion and boost energy. He named his creation Brad's Drink, but in 1898 it was rebranded as Pepsi-Cola. In these early days, both Coca-Cola and Pepsi were sold only as syrups to soda fountains, where they were mixed with carbonated water and served by the glass. The marketing strategies of both companies were relatively simple, relying on word of mouth and local advertising to draw in customers. But as the 20th century dawned, the companies began to bottle their beverages, allowing them to reach a wider audience. Both Coca-Cola and Pepsi started creating distinctive branding, with Coca-Cola opting for a curvy bottle design and Pepsi introducing a circular logo with red, white and blue stripes. These initial years were filled with experimentation and growth for both companies. They were laying the groundwork, creating their identities and building their customer base. Little did they know, their friendly competition would soon evolve into a full-blown rivalry. And so the stage was set for a century-long rivalry that would change the face of the beverage industry forever. As the 20th century unfolded, so did the intensity of the Cola Wars. This wasn't just a battle of bubbles, but a clash of colossal corporations, with Coca-Cola and Pepsi vying for the top spot in the global soda market. In the mid-20th century, a new front opened in the Cola Wars, and it wasn't about sugar, but the lack of it. Both companies introduced diet versions of their flagship beverages, Coca-Cola with Tab in the 60s and Pepsi with Diet Pepsi. Suddenly the battlefield expanded to the low-calorie market, adding another layer to the competition. The rivalry then took an interesting turn in the 70s and 80s, with the infamous Pepsi Challenge taste tests. Pepsi had a bold idea to let consumers decide which cola they preferred. In blind taste tests across the United States, participants were asked to sip two unlabeled drinks and choose their favorite. The result? A majority of people picked Pepsi over Coca-Cola, sending shockwaves through the industry. This wasn't just a marketing gimmick. The Pepsi Challenge had real-world implications. It forced Coca-Cola to re-evaluate its formula, leading to the creation of New Coke in 1985. But that's a story for another time. What's remarkable about these Cola Wars is that despite the fierce competition, both companies continued to thrive. Each carved out its own niche in the global beverage market and continued to innovate, introducing new products and marketing strategies to keep consumers engaged. Coca-Cola held on to its classic, timeless appeal, while Pepsi positioned itself as the choice of a new generation. They were two distinct brands, two different tastes, and yet they shared the same stage, the same battlefield and the same relentless drive to be number one. This was more than a commercial competition, it was a cultural phenomenon, a reflection of our tastes, our choices and our loyalty to brands. And as we'll see, the Cola Wars had far-reaching effects, not just on the beverage industry, but on the world at large. Despite the fierce competition, both companies continued to thrive, each carving out its own niche in the global beverage market. As we moved into the contemporary era, the rivalry between Coca-Cola and Pepsi took on new dimensions. In this age of viral videos and social media influencers, these two soda titans have had to adapt their marketing strategies to stay relevant. They've stepped up their game, employing some of the most creative and innovative tactics we've seen in the business world. Celebrity endorsements have been a key part of both companies' strategies. Who could forget the iconic moment when pop sensation Britney Spears sipped a Pepsi in a Super Bowl commercial? Or when football legend David Beckham was seen enjoying a Coca-Cola during a halftime break? These endorsements not only boost the brand's visibility, but also associate them with the glamour and success of these stars, further appealing to the younger demographic. And speaking of the Super Bowl, it's become a battleground for these two companies. Each year they vie for the most creative, most talked about commercial. They've turned advertising into an art form, with mini-movies featuring everything from singing bears to space aliens, all in the name of selling a can of soda. But their rivalry isn't just confined to cola anymore. As health-conscious consumers started to turn away from sugary drinks, both Coca-Cola and Pepsi responded by branching out into other beverage sectors. Energy drinks, bottled water, and even tea and coffee products now bear the logos of these two companies. It's a testament to their adaptability and their understanding of the market's evolving needs. Social media has also become a crucial part of their modern marketing maneuvers. From clever tweets to engaging Instagram stories, they've proven that they know how to speak the language of today's digital natives. In the face of ever-changing consumer tastes, both Coca-Cola and Pepsi have demonstrated remarkable adaptability. They've evolved from being just soda companies to becoming global beverage giants, constantly reinventing themselves to keep up with the times. This rivalry, while intense, has had a profound impact on the business world. The relentless competition between Coca-Cola and Pepsi has essentially become a driving force for innovation, not just within the beverage industry, but beyond. Each brand, in a bid to outshine the other, has been ceaselessly creative, introducing new flavors, packaging designs, and even entire product lines. This constant churn of novelty has set a high bar for innovation in the consumer goods sector, pushing other companies to adapt and evolve to keep pace. Beyond the products themselves, this rivalry has also revolutionized marketing strategies. The Cola Wars have seen some of the most memorable advertising campaigns in history. Who can forget the Pepsi Challenge, a blind taste test that shook Coca-Cola's dominance, or Coca-Cola's iconic "I'd like to buy the world a Coke" ad, which has been called one of the best commercials of all time. These bold moves didn't just sell sodas, they redefined what it means to engage with consumers, making advertising a crucial aspect of business strategy. This competition has also been a catalyst for massive business growth. The global soft drink market is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and much of this can be attributed to the fierce rivalry between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Their relentless pursuit of market share has led to remarkable expansion, with both brands now having a presence in nearly every corner of the globe. Moreover, the tactics used by both companies have served as valuable lessons for other businesses. The idea of turning a competitor into a reference point for your own performance, the importance of staying adaptable, the power of consumer perception. All these are strategies that have been studied, analyzed, and replicated across various sectors. In essence, the ongoing battle between these two beverage titans is a textbook example of competitive business strategy. Whether it's through the innovation they inspire, the marketing strategies they pioneer, or the growth they fuel, Coca-Cola and Pepsi have undeniably left an indelible mark on the business landscape. So what does the future hold for this iconic rivalry? Well, the Cola Wars, as vibrant as ever, are poised for fascinating developments. As we stand in 2024, both Coca-Cola and Pepsi are finding themselves in an era marked by increasing health consciousness. Consumers worldwide are seeking healthier alternatives, causing both giants to rethink their strategies. We may witness a shift from the traditional sugar-loaded drinks to a broader range of beverages including teas, juices, and even dairy products. Innovation, as always, will be the key. On the marketing front, the battleground extends to the digital realm, where the power of social media and influencer marketing are proving to be game changers. In this ever-evolving landscape, both companies will need to stay nimble and creative, constantly adapting to changing consumer tastes and market dynamics. Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: the rivalry between Coca-Cola and Pepsi will continue to shape the beverage industry for years to come.